Hey guys, so today I kind of just wanted to do a chill video and talk about what shows I've been watching and what games I have been playing. So I had mentioned in one of my past videos I wanted to talk about what games and what shows I've been watching. Did I say games? Maybe I didn't say games. I said shows. I know that for sure. And I know you guys had said you were interested in what I have been watching. So I'll just kind of like go through the list, give like a few details about the shows because I'm sure you guys watch a lot of the same shows as I do, and then just like my opinion on like some of the shows, whether I like them, I don't like them, things like that. So as of right now, obviously I feel like all of you have watched the show Wednesday. I finished it. I finished it a while ago, and I did like it. I thought it was uh, a cool take on the Addams family, but mostly about Wednesday. I think my complaint with that was I wanted to see more of the whole Addams family, like the parents and stuff. And I understand like a lot of people are like, well, the show is called Wednesday, it's about her. And I'm like, I know, but like I still wanted to see more of the parents. And they did have them in a few scenes, but it wasn't like a whole heck of a lot. Same thing with Uncle Fester. It wasn't like a whole lot of him. I did like the way the actress portrayed Wednesday Addams. What's her name? Jenna Ortega, I think, or something like that. My other complaint was I did not like how they put bangs on her. I know there was a whole thing as they explained it and like why they did it. Like I think she talked about it in an interview, but I just always like attributed Wednesday Addams with like the widow's peak, the dark widow's peak, and then when you put the bangs on it, you just don't see it. So I guess it's something different, but if you're just kind of like stuck on the old way things are, like little things like that, like I don't know, they just kind of like bother me, you know what I mean? I'm not like, oh, ruin the show, but I'm just like, would have preferred her with a widow's peak, but whatever. I did like her clothes, like a lot of her attire was really cute, and her shoes, she had like the big like chunky shoes going on. I thought they did a good job with that. Overall, I thought the show was good. It kept me interested. It was more like gory and kind of like spooky than I thought it was gonna be, but yeah, I pretty much liked that show overall. Let me know if you guys watched it and if you enjoyed it. The next show I'm going to talk about is His Dark Materials. I had never heard of it before. Someone had told me about it, so I started watching it. I think I'm on season 3 now. Oh, no, 3, 4. I think there's 4 seasons. I'm not really sure. I'm horrible, like I said, at like explaining like plots to shows. I just know I see something and I like it. But basically it's these people, and they live in this world. It's not Earth, and they have these things called demons, which are basically they're good. But it's basically an animal that's part of their soul. Like it is them. Like the animal and them are like intertwined as one. So if like something happens to the animal, the same thing happens to the person. And when the person is younger, they're a child, their demon can change, like like change from one thing to the next, like different animals, until it decides on what it wants to be, and it'll settle on a certain creature. I think when it's supposed to be like when they reach puberty. And the show follows this girl, Lyra, and like her life, how she is supposed to be this special person in this world, and is basically kind of like those who follow like God or a God, and those who do not want to be ruled by somebody or some entity and have basically free will, and not have this whole like person being dominate their life and tell them what they have to do. So it's kind of like a struggle for that, and it talks about like different worlds, and I don't want to give away too much if you haven't seen it, because it is really like an in-depth type of scenario. But I like that type of like fantasy otherworld type of movie or show, and I think this is like something that a lot of you might like. and the fact that like they call like their like little, you know, other half like demons. I think that's just like kind of cool, like a kind of cool name for that. Next we have Vikings Valhalla, and this was recommended to me by my friend Michael. He's on here as the mayor, and he was like, "Oh, season 2 of Vikings Valhalla is like come out." I'm like, "There's a season 1." I didn't even know about the show. I guess it's supposed to be 100 years after or 200 years after Vikings, like the original Vikings series that was on, and basically what's going on now with the Vikings. I don't know if you guys watched the original Vikings. I did. I really liked it until the end. The end was fucking horrible. I feel like they ruined it. It was like Game of Thrones all over again, like ending. I'm like, why? Like they could have done so much more with it. It could have been like so good, and it was just like an ending that like it was basically nothing happened, and like you didn't care about the characters at the end at that point anymore. It was very odd in the way that they ended it. So hopefully, I've been watching the Valhalla. I'm on season 1 still. I'm kind of like a little bit of a ways in, maybe like episode 6 or something, and I do really like it so far. It's like in the same vein as like the original Vikings, but with obviously different characters and a different type of storyline. But so far I like it. I think it's pretty good, and I'm going to finish it, and I'll definitely watch season 2. So let me know if you guys are watching that show or did watch Vikings yourself. I did watch, now this is going back a little bit because, you know, this is like kind of stuff that's been out for a while, but I watched House of the Dragon. I really liked it. I didn't think I was going to like it, you know, because of the whole Game of Thrones ending. And I did really like it. I really like the characters. I just feel like it gives you the same feel, obviously, of Game of Thrones, but it's supposed to be like years beforehand, as opposed to Vikings, which is like in the future. So you get to see like these characters from the house Targaryen, and like how things started out, and I really like it. I kind of like got like swallowed up in it, and I was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen next? I just really like it. In particular, I like the character Damon. I think I'm pronouncing his name correctly. I think he like is like amazing. I think he's like you want to hate him, but you also really like him, and he just has this like cool like I don't know like vibe about him, and he's like one of the reasons what made the show really enjoyable was his whole character. So yeah, I'm caught up with that so far, and I'm looking forward to the next season coming out. And then I watched another series. I think it was on Netflix. It was called The Empress, and I think it was dubbed over. I forget what language it was originally in. I don't want Turkish. No, was it Turkish? I don't remember. But it's basically I watched it a little while ago. I kind of like binge watched it. It's basically like this family that has 2 sisters, and one of them's like more odd, like she kind of like does her own thing, like goes against the grain, and the other one's kind of like prim and proper and does everything right. And the one that's, you know, the more prim and proper one is supposed to marry this prince and or emperor, and it's basically been set up. But once the emperor meets the other sister and sees how she is, he just likes that whole like way she looks differently at things and at life, and how she doesn't like, you know, follow what everybody else does and has her own ideas, and she's just really unique. And it's basically the like mixing of their 2 worlds, I guess, like because she's not used to having to deal with like, you know, doing things by the rules, you know, if she's going to be the empress, and he kind of like wants to give her that freedom to do those things, but is also expecting her to fall in line when she needs to fall in line. So it was really interesting. It's, you know, like it's a drama, it's a romance if you're into those, like a period piece, which I am. I'm like really big into those. So if that sounds appealing to you, I really recommend checking it out because I thought it was really good, and I think season 2 is not coming out for like another year, so I'm like, hurry up, I want to see what's going to happen with that. And then I did watch all of the, I think, did I watch all of them? Not completely all of them, but the things they had on Disney Plus with like The Mandalorian and the Boba Fett one, and then the Obi-Wan Kenobi one. I really like The Mandalorian. I mean, this is old, this is going back. I really like The Mandalorian. The Obi-Wan, I'm sorry, the Boba Fett one, I couldn't get through it. I think I watched half of it and I just got really bored with it. And then I just moved on to the Obi-Wan Kenobi one, and Obi-Wan. And I really like that one. I mean, I just like the character and stuff like that. Like, I always like his character from the movies, and the actor that plays him. I think he does a really good job. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan by any means. Like, I've watched all the movies and like I could care less if I really see them again. But I did really like those 2 of the series that were in there. I thought they were really good. And I don't know, I think it was just like, you know, like a neat little like type of side stories to see from Star Wars. Okay, and then we're going to talk about video games, which I haven't talked about in a while, but I have mentioned a few times here and there that I do play video games and do enjoy them. No, I can't play them as much anymore, just because with everything going on in my life. It's just really hectic, and then with my son and stuff like that. But I have been playing some games at nighttime, you know, once he goes to sleep, and with him, because he does like to play some games. So he will play Mario Kart with me, and Mario Kart 8 for the Nintendo Switch, and every few months they're coming out with new tracks, which has been really exciting because it's really cool, you know, like, because before you just had the same ones you played over and over again, and then all of a sudden they were like, we're coming out with like, I don't even know how many, there's like so many new tracks they're coming out with. I forget how many it was, 80 or something like that. Like, I don't remember, but it was a big amount. And they've come out with a bunch so far, and they're just so cool to see like the different areas they come up with. Like the most recent ones, there was like Berlin. There's like a Christmas one that's like so cute, so because it came out around Christmas time. Then there's the Boo Lake with like the ghosts and stuff like that around like this spooky lake. It's like really cool. I really like it. I like seeing like the different cities and stuff. Like they have like a Sydney one. It's called Sydney Sprint, and then they have like a Paris one. I think it's Paris Promenade, something like that. So it's like, I don't know. It's just really cute. You like go like through these different towns and stuff, like different cities. It's just like the scenery and stuff is really cool, and I'm really glad that they came out with the new tracks and that they're coming out with more, because I was really getting sick of the game. But Val does like to play it. It's a little bit hard for him, but you know, he still enjoys it and stuff, and I help him along the way when he plays. And then I tried playing Borderlands 2 with a friend of mine, and because I do like shooter games, but I think that like ones that are more like there's like a story going on, and you know, it's like, okay, you have to like go here, you need to do this, like they give you like little missions and tasks to do, are not really my thing. I'm like, let's just like dive right into it and like just shoot a bunch of people or creatures or whatever. Like that's like my thing, because I think I have no patience whatsoever. So I tried playing that, and like it wasn't bad. I just had issues with like it was a first person shooter, because I'm so used to like third person shooter with Uncharted, because I was so into that game and I played that game like I put so many hours into Uncharted, and I just got so used to playing that way that like when I had to do it the other way, I was like getting dizzy, and I was like, I can't do this, and like it was moving all in the wrong directions. It was a mess. And then like I kind of got it down like a little bit, and then once I got that down and then I went to go switch to play Uncharted again, I was a disaster. I couldn't even play Uncharted anymore. I was like, what the heck? Like, it just totally, the mechanics just mess with me when I have to switch from one thing to the next. I'm just not used to. So I kind of gave up on the Borderlands, and I probably will pick it up again at some point when I just have more like chill time to like, I don't know, actually like focus on the game and try to get good at it. And also another one was Overwatch 2 because I believe it was free on the PlayStation. Because I have PlayStation 4, so a friend of mine was like, "Oh, you should check this game out. It might be fun because it's just basically you're just shooting people, and it's like not like a mission or anything like that, really." So I do like that. I just am terrible at it. I just need to find out the right character to play with, to like, I don't know, basically like do better because I just feel like I'll bounce from like different ones and like I'm like, if I do crappy with them, I'll just switch back to one that I've been using all the time that I feel more comfortable with. And I'm just like, you're playing against other people that like know the game and have played and like they're really good at it. And I just feel like I'm like really crappy and I'm like, oh, I keep dying. I keep dying. But I do find it fun, and I do like the different characters, like the way they look. I like their different like specials and the weapons and like the different things that they can do. So it's pretty interesting. I also got was it for Christmas? I got Darksiders 2? Darksiders 2, I think. I haven't even opened it. I've done nothing with it. I'm looking forward to playing it because the person that bought it for me like really hyped it up. They were like, this is like one of the best games, like blah blah blah. But like I just have, I guess, a particular like type of game that I like. Like I'm not like somebody that likes all different types of games. I feel like I'm really picky, and I wish that I wasn't because I would like to enjoy more games. I think my attention span is really bad, and that's why I tend to go with fast-paced games like driving in Mario Kart, or a game where you're just shooting, you know what I mean? I really like platform like games, you know what I mean? Like that's my thing, because you're just like, okay, just go, 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 go. Instead of like a slow paced thing like what's it The Last of Us. Like I tried to play that. I got so bored playing that. I couldn't get through it, but everybody was talking about it, like how awesome it was, and I was just like, I can't do this. I mean, I might try picking it up at some point, but I don't know. And then there's also the series that has come out, and I literally have no interest in watching it. Like my other friend was like watching it. He's like, it's so good. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna watch it. Like I have other things on my list that I would like rather watch than watch that. You know what I mean? But as far as other video games, that's like really it. I feel like I have a few that I haven't even like opened or taken out of the package to even like check out and play. I don't know. I do want to play Elden Ring at some point, because Skyrim was like really strange that I really like that game because it is like you have to do like certain missions and stuff like that and tasks and build up your how strong and stuff you are, or your magic or your armor or whatever. And I just love that game. I put so many hours into that game. It was like unbelievable, like like years ago, whatever. So I'm hoping Elden Ring will be like the same, but like who knows. I'm back. I don't know, my camera was making some weird thing. I hope it's not overheating. I got a new camera. It's so bad it just like keeps dying on me. I don't know what to do. I need like a recommendation for a better camera, and also money. Money would help if I had money to buy a new camera, which I don't. Anyways, the other game I bought it for Val, was Kirby and the Forgotten Land, I think was the name of it. Let me check. Because we were in Target one day. Yeah, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. We were in Target one day, and they had like you could set up so you could play it, and he was playing it, and like he didn't want to leave. He like really liked it. So I bought it for him. And then we got it home, and like he played it for like a little bit, and then he kind of gave up on it because I think it was getting hard for him. But he has picked it up again recently, and he has started playing it again, and I've been helping him. And if he gets stuck on levels, because he's only 5 years old, but he's really smart, and like he likes to try different things, like different games and stuff like that. But sometimes he does need help, like it's even hard for me, some of the stuff. So we're getting through that basically together, and I don't know, I think the game is like really cute, and I just like the different abilities that Kirby has to do things, and the land and stuff just looks really cute, and like I don't know, overall the theme of the game is just like really appealing, I feel like, especially to kids, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's basically it. That's what I've been watching, and that's what I've been playing. Let me know what you guys are watching as far as series that I didn't mention, because I'm always looking for something new to watch. I like I said, I like fantasy type stuff, period piece type stuff. I'm not really into like, I mean, some modern day stuff I do like, but like, and like, you know, like more like scary, like haunted, like horror type of like spooky thriller type series. Like I love that type of stuff, but I don't know, like I don't like any type of like, you know, like court TV, you know, like court, like, or like whatever, like forensic or like this and that. I don't really like, I'm not into those types of shows, or like hospital like shows, you know what I mean? Like medical shows. I'm not really into those types of things. You know, you guys know me by now. I think you know the things I like. So if you have any suggestions, then list them down below in the comments and I'll definitely check them out. And also for any games that you guys have yourselves that you're like, this is like my number one game, I really love it, maybe you would love it too, let me know, I'll check it out. I have been waiting for the new Hollow Knight game to come out because I loved that game, and they're supposed to come out with a second one. I forget the name of it, was supposed to be called. It has to do with the girl that has like the needle weapon or whatever, but I really wanted that to come out. I thought it was coming out soon, but then I didn't hear anything else about it, so I don't know. Let me know if you guys know anything about it. So that is the end of the video. I kind of just wanted to catch you guys up with what I've been watching and what I've been playing when I do have time to do stuff. And down below I do have like all my social media stuff, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. I'm selling stuff on Mercari and Depop, like I said, for some of my old stuff, and then some for like my friend whose sister passed away, selling some of her clothes to help them pay for house bills and stuff like that. And yeah, I have my Ko-fi down there if you want to give me like a one-time Ko-fi donation. I really appreciate it. I have my Patreon if you want to become a patron and see patron-only content where you can request videos from me. And what else do I got? What else do I got? What else do I got? I feel like I have something else down there. This is my Pinterest that I started. That's down there. And yeah. Oh, if you want to, I have my Amazon wish list if you guys are wanting to send me anything, because my birthday is coming up February 8th and some people had said they wanted to send me something or buy me something and send it. So there is my Amazon wish list. I don't have a P.O. box right now. I might be able to obtain an address if there's something in particular you guys want to buy me or send me, like a card or whatever, and I can get you an address to send it to. It'll probably just be like some sort of like work related address or something like that. So yeah, just leave me a comment if that is something you would like to do, or you can message me on Instagram, or you can leave me an email. My email is down below. And that's all I got. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, stay dark, my friends, and I'll talk to you guys later.